Made some choices for a profit.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Dalton finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. The Saints are 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Dalton. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. to throw here. Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
From midfield here, Dalton. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Dalton. Thomas brings it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Dalton operating in the red zone now.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Oh, Metcalf, what a catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second and very short, Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Smith. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're fine.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take down on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Dalton.
The pass caught by Olave.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Receiver factor of Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned lastly they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed in the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
So Dalton now. That one complete to Hill. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final act of the first half, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. He's got a man, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Knights knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. It's caught by Mark Ingram. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dalton. His throw incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. I mean, remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
And last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And it'll be Dalton again. Incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now it's Lockett. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. quarterback's going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And so there he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Dalton now to pass. And he's got the hook up to Landry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Second and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Gets this one to Hill. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to Walker on 1st down. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
On the counter, it's Walker.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Throwing now, Smith. And that is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 2.
Play action. It's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 31, Saints 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Nifty move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, and